Hi everyone, we're going to solve the following rational equations for x, and these are the two problems we're going to do. This is 1 and 2. So the first thing we need to do before we even get started is look and see what x can't be if this happens. So x cannot be negative 3 because negative 3 plus 3 is 0, and you cannot divide by 0. And so in this one, x cannot be negative 4, just in case we come up with that. Now, when you have it like this, I'm just going to cross multiply. Here, I'm going to go that way, so that's going to be x plus 4, or 1 times x plus 4 is just x plus 4. Then we have negative 5 times x plus 3. And then you basically have a multi-step equation to solve. And I'm going to group my x's, so I'm going to add 5x to both sides. I'm also going to subtract 4 from both sides. Alright, so what happens here is these 4 cancels and those cancel. That equals 0, so you get 6x equals negative 19. So x equals negative 19 over 6. Alright, now the next one is this one. And first of all, I went ahead and factored that out. That was really x squared minus 9. So I factored it out, and I also have to know that x cannot be plus or minus 3. We can't have negative 3 because that would, in here, that would mean you're dividing by 0, and you can't have a 3 there. And the same thing would happen with those two. So what I'm going to do is clear the fractions by multiplying each piece by my common denominator, or my least common denominator, which happens to be this as my common denominator. So I'm going to multiply this by x minus 3 times x plus 3. Do this one, x minus 3 times x plus 3. And do it here too. X minus 3. It's just a mess here. Alright, so this is 9. So you're multiplying this by x minus 3 times x plus 3. I'm just squeezing it in here. Now what you notice here is what happens is you have these two cancel. So 1 times x minus 3 is just x minus 3. In this one, the minuses cancel, so you're going to have just x plus 3. 1 times x plus 3. In this case, the whole thing cancels, so you're just left with 9. Right? So when you solve for this, you're going to get x plus s is 2x. So these cancel, and equals 9. So x equals 9 over 2. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Class, Miss Shaw's class. Boy, I love math. Miss Shaw's class, Miss Shaw's class.
Don't fail. Watch Miss Shaw's videos for free.